I don't normally discuss money, but cars ain't free, and we all love cash, so here goes. So, I don't normally get into things like this, but it was interesting and topical, so I thought I would get in here. Um, as I mentioned, as I may have mentioned in my initial preview episodes, I have an engineering degree, but I also have a business degree. I have a master's of business administration, and therefore I have some fundamental understanding of financial markets and stock trading and such. I don't consider myself a trader. I'm more of an investor, but recently I had a little cash, a little quote unquote mad money to play with, and I made some stock purchases. Basically, picked up some stocks that I thought were undervalued due to the pandemic and I thought might rebound at some point in the future. Larger companies, hospitality and transportation sector related stocks that I think will bounce back when we get on the other side of the pandemic. And with that, just for kicks, I bought a little bit of AMC stock because it was trading at like $4 a share. I was like, why not? What I didn't know is everything that was brewing with GameStop and Reddit and all of that was going on. So I very accidentally bought a small amount of AMC stock on the morning of January 26th. And by the close of business January 26th, that stock had almost gone up not quite 5 times, 4 times its value, give or take. I mean, I bought in at $4 and some change, and it closed at 19, and I think it peaked at over 20 during the day. Now, I'm not a day trader, so I had not been monitoring the price all day. I literally just went to see had my trade executed properly and discovered that the value of the stock that I had purchased had, like I said, quadrupled. And then I started reading about the Reddit situation and the AMC GameStop and trying to break the short sellers and all of that and the hedge funds. And I'm not a hedge fund guy. I'm not a Wall Street guy. Like I said, I've had a couple of classes in finance and investments, so I do know the fundamentals of how the market works, but I am not by any means a stockbroker. And so I started immediately plotting. I was like, okay, I need to get out of this. My intent had been to hold AMC because I heard that they gotten a cash infusion. And I was like, well, if they last past the end of the pandemic, they'll bounce back some. I mean, I don't think movie theaters will ever be what they used to be, but I'm a guy that likes to go to movies, and certain large event movies almost need to be seen on the large screen. So the plan was for me to hold this AMC stock for like 10 or 12 months. Unfortunately, with the huge spike in price, I was like, no, I better get out now while the getting's good. And so I dumped it on the 28th. Now, mind you, I bought it on the 26th. And I dumped all my holdings on the 28th. And now the price did dip considerably from that high of 19, but I still got out at 14. So in at 4, out at 14, that's a pretty good profit. Of course, me being a small time guy and not having a lot of money in the market in the first place, I didn't make a ton of money. Yes, I made multiples of what I put in, but when you only put in a little bit, you only get a little bit back out, even if you quadruple it. So the reality is, if you put $10 in and it triples, well, you take 30 back out, but really all you did was gain $20. That's nice. And that's a simple number for example purposes. Obviously, I bought more than $10 worth of AMC stock, but I did not buy, tens of thousands of dollars of AMC stock. I didn't even buy multiple thousands of AMC stock. A couple $100 in, a couple thousand out. Well, not even a couple thousand, but it was just an interesting week in that regard. And like I said, this is off the topic, so it's not something I'll cover a whole lot, but I just thought it was a very interesting week that I accidentally got caught up in, and I made a little pocket change, and that was fun. But like I said, I'm an investor, not a trader. typically I try to buy stocks and hold them for long periods of time, and when I say long, I mean multiple years. I'm not one that tries to corner markets and jump in and out of stocks on a whim, but you don't always get a stock that triples in value overnight. So yeah, that was interesting, and you probably will never hear me discuss this topic again. Thanks for listening to Cocktails and Crankshafts, and I'll be back soon.